Oh my God. Yeah. I just like, because part of it is like, okay, media buying is dead, right? Like media buying
Actually,
is
media buying
dead.
got like fucking 10 times harder for people working on
But
Reddit, which is awesome.
right, like the tactful media buying is dead. The actual data, like understanding the data has just gotten like way harder. And like I feel like it's always been there, but
Yeah.
now we're just understanding it more and more.
Yep.
And it hurts my brain. It's crazy because though at the same time, like this is just another layer on top of the original layer. And it's just going to keep getting crazier and crazier. And I
Yeah.
just don't expect a creative agency or someone that is not in this to be like, oh yeah, okay, these ads are working now. This is working now. Okay, we're good to go. Like,
Yeah, it's so
it's,
difficult when I get into a meeting. They're like, this ad's doing great. I'm like, oh, okay, we got like 3 more things that we got to look
yeah, let's go through
at.
like, okay, is it bottom of funnel ad? Is it first click copy imports? Is there another channel? Like, is there, is it just fingerprinting users and not actually using click data? Is it now shifting to top of funnel when it was middle of funnel? Like, oh my God. Yeah. I just like, because part of it is like, okay, media buying is dead, right? Like media buying
Actually,
is
media buying
dead.
got
And
like fucking 10 times harder for people working on
but
Reddit, which is awesome.
right, like the tactful media buying is dead. The actual data, like understanding the data, has just gotten like way harder. And like I feel like it's always been there, but
Yeah.
now we're just understanding it more and more.
Yep.
And it hurts my brain. I'm glad this is huge though for anyone watching this. Like this will. I mean, I don't even have words to say.
Let me show you what
This is
happened over the weekend.
crazy.
Let's see what happened over the weekend for a company I took over, which I wanted to take over for them. I'm always very cautious. I have very little time to explain, but people don't trust media buyers, which puts me in a
Yeah,
really weird position. So I
YouTube.
launched
That's why I make YouTube videos too.
pretty much, yeah, exactly. And it was so funny as I said, hey, I'm gonna launch a new campaign and I'm gonna spend the budget that you want me to spend, even though it's fairly aggressive, but just hang tight. And I got a message over the weekend from the owner. And again, awesome, super cool dude. He goes, hey guys, saw the new campaign. Looks like it's just hemorrhaging cash. I went ahead and paused it. And that was that was yesterday. So Shane came in, paused it at midnight. I woke up, saw it on Monday morning on Labor Day, and shot him a Loom video and said, "Hey, here's the reason why." He got back to me and said, "Oh, you're right. Didn't see that. Thanks for clarifying. Makes a whole lot of sense. Let's increase the budget, but let's just be less aggressive with it because while NCAC is dropping, we are outpacing our MER." And I said, totally good. We just got way too aggressive on new customers. Sounds good. We're still going to move forward with it. We're just going to be less aggressive. So
Yeah,
he was like 50-50 new and returning. So we had a whole bunch of new, paid all the NCAC that went
and
past
then
our
more
web.
tanks. Yeah,
Makes total sense to me. But watch what happened. We look at, and this is why Cappy imports are gold. So in this account, we launched a NC purchase Andromeda. Also with one ad set and all the new creative. They're like, hey, let's take the creative and throw it in the old campaigns. I'm like, I'm not touching old campaigns because I'll be fired next week for no reason because Meta went taking place at here, which is
throw
exactly
purchases still over here, and now throw them over here.
what happened. So
Optimize bottom of funnel. Yeah,
so funny. So I said, okay, we added $2,000 to the account. And that $2,000 happened in all Andromeda. And
yeah,
typical media buyer fashion, which the owner was trained on, said, wow, look at that CPA compared to that CPA. We got to
yeah.
pause this ad spend. And then a person that's measuring NCAC says, well, everything is getting better. We have a lot more new customers. Hold on here. And so I dug a little bit deeper and I said, there's an oddity here. The oddity is 1% spend in that same time range, which is only 3 days. And somehow we dropped our conversions by 43%, dropped our costs per conversion by 43% in this campaign. What's this campaign? Standard purchase event. And what happens with the standard purchase event against Andromeda? Anybody in transitioning? Seniority takes precedence, which means what was happening gets the credit, especially when Meta can just dump anything it wants there.
Yeah.
So we looked at this thing and said, okay, because I have AOS now and I'm optimizing for new customer purchases, I do see we have 8 and 6 are new. Beautiful. And what ended up happening to this campaign is this campaign had 17 and 2. And then that went up to 31 and 3. So somehow we just added like 16 more new customers to this campaign for basically no reason. So I said, okay, so let's just look at math. So our increase is 1977, right? That was our increase. And what then we have to look at is this middle area here in a different calculator. So again, this is why media buying is becoming harder, but also like just as good. So we have 3 plus new purchase 7 plus, do we have any NC here? Nope. This one is 17. So 27, let's put that off to the side. Let's pull up a new calculator. And then we're going to add 6 because we already can see 6 there. Plus, son of a bitch. This is 2 plus. And then let's look at, this is 2. Okay, so 2 plus. And then this one doesn't have anything. And then this one here has 31. So plus 31. So we went from 27 to 41 with $2,000 difference. So what's interesting is this $2,000 increase, and we have a 41 minus 27, 14. So that's coming in at 14. We have $141 NCAC. That $141 NCAC, 141 new, and we were okay with 146 and 141 new and returning. So I'm buying more new for cheaper than your average of new and returning.
Yeah.
And we look at the top line. We look at top line. NCAC dropped 22%.
Wow.
In 3 days. And I said, your sales cycle is like 11 days. We're in the first 3 days. So I said, okay, we'll back down that. But after I explained this to him, he goes, oh, NCAC is dropping 22%. We are spending a little aggressive. Let's back it down. But I see now you're clear to proceed. And that took 10 hours from when he paused it to I woke up, saw it, shot an email back and got the approval. Yeah. So, okay, yes. But this is how to manage a company using first click copy imports is I've took your top line and said, you're actually getting new customers for 22% cheaper with $2,000 more incremental ad spend in 3 days. Right off the bat, home run.
Yeah. No, second thing to look 3 days is super fast buying cycle.
Exactly. And second thing to look at is your new and returning was getting 141. I'm getting 140 on new only, which means if I tacked on another 10 sales of returning like that campaign did, I would actually be at $100.
Yeah. So, or even a better scenario is you take away the spend going to returning and you're more profitable potentially for the entire business.
Yeah. So that's just kind of cool. Exactly. So top line matters. Top line is the only thing that really matters. And you're using top line to justify your in-platform changes. And then you're showing them how the in-platform changes are different from what they're used to. So we're kind of working our way backwards, but I started with their bank account. Hey, if you like this video, we have a school community where we have a few hundred members and we cover topics, everything from the basics to all the way to the like hyper crazy advanced stuff that's like coming out next month. So a few hundred members there. We go live twice a week, something with an hour-long education about something that is very relevant to the community that week, plus a weekly Q&A where you just get to come and bring us all of your problems and we solve them one at a time.
So I have a link below in the description if you want to join. And then obviously if you have any questions, feel free to reach out and we can answer those for you. And we'll see you in there.